because the output is wrong. Yeah. All right. Very. I appreciate you. I'm in your food. I hope you're not in my food though. That's a funny name. But thank you. Thank you, thank you. Right now we're it's about time we make some progress towards it. That's just how I'm feeling. Excuse me a little moment here. I'm just trying to get the chat popped out. And then we get started. Be a short stream. Don't have much to do. Or much time really. That's fine. Get a few things done. No escapes. Good to see you, man. First extreme's gonna take some time, my friend. That does not come easy. And what's B, by the way? I've never seen that before. Ooh, that's loud. That's loud. That's very loud. Cut that down a little bit. That's a medium demon. Okay. I have a feeling it's about bees. I don't know. I might be tripping. I might be tripping. Divine, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We done caught a lot of subscribers in the past few days. It is crazy. He said I'm right. That's funny. What's up, Blue Stick, man? What did it do? What did it do? I might look at it. I'll add that to the list. And here is the list, as a matter of fact. If you can see this, which I think you can, I shall add that to the list. Right, check out B. Brett said before I take your food. Yeah, we're gonna have to throw hands if that happens. I cannot let that slide. We'll put that there just so we remember it. Today's gonna be a little different because we're not gonna do too much editing on the actual game. But what we're gonna do is plan out the way that the level is gonna function, right? Because a storyboard is essential towards creating, you know, I guess a story, right? So this will help guide the themes and the layout that I decide to make, as most of the layout is incomplete. Ever since I've begun extending it, we got a lot to fill. And so, yeah, I want to make sure that I have a cohesive theme as we go through this. And so we're just going to throw some ideas on the board and just see what happens. I'm going to save that too, No Escape. I got you. I got you. So we got B. And we got this ID right here. What's happening here? Maybe I gotta extend it. There it is. Bro, this is like silent club step or something. I have a suspicion. Sock, my guy. Welcome back. I'm in your food. The deco that's kind of what we're trying to figure out here, right? Because I'm kind of leaning towards a sort of like tech plus like factory kind of style. So it's gonna look more like a geometry dash level than like a realism kind of level. So it should be pretty like block design heavy, with a lot of you know, with some maybe some sections where it's more background focused, but definitely, yeah. Either way, this is something that we just had to figure out real quick. The color scheme I'm gonna go for is blue and violet, kind of like blues, purples, and I guess I could throw some reds in there as well, and reds. Bruh said I ate a chair. Okay, fair enough. Make sure you get them splinters out. I want to really plan this out so it comes out good. So for now, that's what we'll do. So we have color palette. And this is a great time for you guys to be a part of this, because during this like really beginning stages of this creation process, you can actually have quite a big influence on it. You throw some great ideas, which I'm more than happy to implement. Gotten some crazy ideas from you guys. So this will be kind of the style, the deco style. And I'm going to copy the exact same sizes of this. This will be 250. So we'll see if we actually get to decorating anything on this stream. I might, because I do just want to like really do that. But I know that this is a necessary step in the process, so cannot skip this. You can, but the level might just look like a mix, you know, mismatch of a bunch of garbage. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I like to hear that, Sock. I like to hear that. That's good. I can't wait to see it when it's done. What do you want to see me play? The whole layout or just part of it? Which part in particular? Now that is a tough one because I am butt cheeks at it. And I might have a, you know, like a, what's it called? Like a macro that we can use somewhere around here. Full wave, 10-second showcase, first wave. Yeah, don't look good. Don't look good. Superman, that shall be me, my friend. This like audio feels so loud. Is that just me or am I tripping? Or Jaden out here trying to sell. He's trying to promote. Bro's trying to get his bag up. Feels like it's really loud. Trey, what's up, Trey? Dog Trey in the building. So I'm probably not. Wow, dude, that is crazy. I gotta confirm. Like, is the level like too loud for me? Is it overpowering my voice? It kind of feels like it is. Shit is loud. Let me just check it real quick. Let me check it. That is so loud, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, it's for sure super loud. I wonder why. Don't think I changed any settings. Cool. Song name is digital, what is it? Data destruction? Something along those lines? Majon Pop. Got you. Got you. See, that's love right there. Bro subscribed on both accounts. I can mess with that. Okay, so I need to turn on my star position switcher right here, just so we can get a look at what we got going on here. So there's a bunch of coins here at the beginning, and a lot of like really diabolical frame perfects. And then there's a 240 to grab that coin, which I failed to do. And to be fair, as a reminder, all of the coins in this level are mandatory. So you can grab them. If you don't grab them, you're gonna have a tough time. And we'll see just exactly how I implement that. I'm tempted to just make the level harder as a result of not getting the coins, versus, you know, you just losing or something at the end. That just seems a little garbage. Whoops. Oh, yikes. That part is so hard. The issue with this part when trying to do it in no clip is there's a lot of orbs that are stacked next to each other. This part's hard. Ah, I messed it up again. I might skip this part, not gonna lie to you. This is so diabolical. And all of these sections are subject to change, by the way. Oh, I almost had it that time. Not quite. Alright, I'm gonna skip that. Respectfully, I'm gonna have to skip it. Now this is another spot where there's a coin, and you have to hit that blue orb to go upside down to get it. And then fly up through there, and then do all this. Ugh, yikes. You can conversely go that way if you want. That is so difficult, it's crazy. Yeah, I've lost all my practice on this, it's hilarious. And I don't have a macro either. I might set that up later, but... Ah! This part's easily the hardest part in the whole level, by the way. Jesus. I forgot how hard this was. This is so difficult. Oh, I did that part. This is just so diabolical. I haven't played this in so long. It's so hard. It's crazy. Ah! Not quite. That part actually needs a buff.
Your data has been corrupted.
That part is so evil. That part needs a buff too, it's too easy. Ah! This is too hard. I can't do that, that's crazy. Nah, this part is evil. This is one of those parts that I just can't do. Oh god, oh god. It's too hard. Yeah, this is the part where you lose me here. Oh jeez. Yeah, this is just too hard. Right here there's a cycles coin. Which is a 240 FPS frame perfect. Which is also subject to change, but we're probably gonna keep it that way. And then there's a huge memory section here. And this part I don't really like very much, but we might change it. And then you have this terrible section. That's what we got so far. This level's impossible. And then there's this this beginning part here of the extension that I'm making, which I actually have a macro for, so you can look at it. That's about it so far. That's also not counting this decorated section that I have slightly over this way. That's about it. This level is in its infancy stage. Yeah, this is meant to be harder than every single level that's out right now. And then maybe I'll nerf it as I try verifying it, but yeah. There's over 200 frame perfects and 50 plus 120 frame perfects. There's like 3 240 frame perfects. This is one of them right here, this triple spike. So it's the timings are just, they're evil. It's an impossible level at this stage. But yeah, good to see you, GeoPassword. Good to see you, my guy. And I don't think it's been weeks. Like, you might be dragging it, Brody. You might be dragging it. Probably been like 5 days. But yeah, back to this. Toss it took you long enough. I am not obliged to read the chat. I should though. I probably should. Probably a good idea as a streamer to read the chat. Okay. So my general idea here is, and you guys let me know how this sounds. We have the first section is going through like a cyberspace, kind of like, or it could be you jumping inside a computer or some shit, who knows. Then after that is, or maybe it's like a simulation, right? Like a simulation breaking down, and then you break out of the simulation, and then you're trying to escape the you're trying to escape from the Matrix pretty much. So whoever's the one that is the alien spaceship that is hosting the simulation is being attacked. So escape the bro said escape the Matrix. I don't know how else to put it. So you start off in a simulation that's breaking down, and it could just be like a cyberspace, something like that. Start off with that idea, and maybe I should do these all in different text files because it starts getting wonky. And then after that, you break out of the simulation. Because I want it to be kind of like digital, right? A little bit of like Matrixy, right? Some glitchy stuff. And then it's off to kind of you breaking out of a factory or some sort of like, you know, some sort of like highly tech focused civilization. And there's one of the here's one of the backgrounds that I plan on using. Something kind of like this. That's like a little bit too pixelated. There you go. One of the backgrounds I plan to use is something similar to this. So you can imagine, right? You're kind of just you're breaking out of this place as it's being destroyed, and then yeah, type shit, something like that. We'll play around with it. But this is just to get like a little, you know, at least a base idea of what we're doing. And also gives you kind of like an expectation for how much work you actually have to do to kind of like sell the idea. So let me add in, what's this guy called? It's in D drive. Recording. There it is. At some point we'll add this in. Oh, nice. It's very nice and small. Okay. So this will be like arc 1. And then we have arc 2, which is escaping the spaceship. Is that how you put arc, or is it? Yeah, it's like that. That's like the general idea. It seems a little small, doesn't it? All right. It gets like that. I don't understand how that works, but cool. This. Perfect. So this will divide the 2 levels that we have, right? Because I do have it currently set up in 2 different levels. We have the full-length version and the original that I have posted on my channel. And so, Jesus is King. Praise the Lord. I got you, Slayer. I got you, brody. You sure did. You sure did, Fruette. Good to see you again. Life is what's good. Everything is beautiful. I had a highly productive day. Got some nice food in, some snacks. Hydrated. Everything's cool. What about you? Talk to me. I got one more scene that I want to add, which is probably this one. Can't find it. I have to go through here. Probably this one as well. My best on tidal wave. I still have 17%, but you'll be surprised. I learned how to do the first wave, not entirely, but I can actually kind of do it a little bit, which is cool. I don't think I can kind of like I don't think I could like fluke that right now, but I'm down to hit a little try. What just happened? Oh, I have the macro on, that's why. But yeah, I still want to get my 24% run. But, you know, it'll happen eventually. I got a crazy run on this first wave section last night. It was amazing. But I don't think I can do it without warming up, so I won't spend too much time on this. Nah, I'm doing no clip. I can get like some pretty solid no clip runs now. It's starting to feel a lot more comfortable. Eh, we'll get it. We'll get it another time. Back to this. So, this is the game plan. We got 2 arcs in the level. One arc is you're in a simulation and you're escaping it. And then arc 2 is you emerging in an alien spaceship. You're kind of just chilling in the you broke out of the pod. And now you're escaping the spaceship as it's getting destroyed. So that sounds pretty chill. I like the way that sounds. Now it's all about, I think the very next thing to come up with is kind of like the art style for what we want to do right here. Because I want to get to finishing this layout. And this is the text section. You said 24% is like 14 frame perfect. That's crazy. That is crazy. No escapes. My fault, Brody. You know, I have 2 chats and I had one of them being blocked completely by this thing I had open. I got you, dog. I got you. You know, that makes sense though, because getting that 24% run is evil, bro. It has been a challenge, but I got 17% like 3 times. So it's just a matter of time. One more good session and I think I'll be able to do it. And I've been training the wave just to see if hopefully when I do get there, I could just fluke it to 30. But we'll see. We shall see. So I want to come up with the decoration style for this because we're in a simulation. So what does a simulation have? Right? It's now this is before it's breaking down, of course, but I feel like starting the level already as it's glitching out would be pretty cool. I kind of already have some of the like decoration doing that. Well, some like very minor effects that do that right here and right here. So it really is a matter of just figuring out how to start it. Where is this at? Where's that? And I'm gonna put these all in folders real quick. So I have arc 2 separated to its own thing. Jace, everything is good, Brody. Everything is good. Good to see you. Now, we could separate arc 1 into 2 separate arcs. What do I mean? Right, you have one where you're in the simulation, and then you have a section where the simulation is breaking. Right. That one scene where the bug goes in his ear. I don't fully remember that. I watched that movie so long ago, it's crazy. The way that I think I might want to do it is just like the simulation, like off the rip, it's kind of breaking down. So you're kind of just going through like some textile gameplay, some tech, block design, and then um, maybe make it like a yes, temps, yeah. It's for the top one that I'm building. I already have a decent bit of the layout done. I'm just working on kind of how I want to structure the story on it. Because it's always good to have a little rough draft as you do things. Can I play it? I just did actually earlier. I could at least run you through this because I have a macro ready. So I could at least do that, but I'm not going to run through the whole level again. That's pretty much it. I like it. It's been very cool. I've been focusing on making like a really like rigid and like bouncy gameplay. It's the opposite of what I usually do. I usually like to make like flowy kind of style, but this kind of fits. So another idea I had was kind of you flying through like computer hardware, right? Doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be like realistic. It could just be more abstract. So like this first section, I built a lot of like foreground decoration, foreground block design here, which ideally would be parallax, right? They'd be moving at different speeds. But the idea is to uh, kind of make that like it could be like a motherboard. So this is it's interesting trying to fit all these ideas together. So I do like the idea of having like a motherboard scene, right? Where you're kind of like, why does that look like that? It's weird. Oh, there you go. It just fixes out of nowhere. Sure. Okay. Mm. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. Okay. All right. I just had the flash in my mind. Okay. So let's go into this real quick. So here's the idea. In arc 1, what we're gonna do is show flashes, right? Glimpses of the scene breaking down. And the way that we do that is and I will have to like really zoom in on this stuff once we get in. But I just want to establish scene 1 and like the logic behind it. So scene 1 would be traversing through a how do I want to call it? For now, I'm gonna say through a motherboard, right? That's not exactly what I have in mind, but because I'm not gonna fucking make a motherboard, but I will make something similar. Temps, what do you mean tidal wave? Question mark. What exactly are you wondering about? And the way that this is going to work is you have intermittent flashing of the cyberspace and the simulation that is trying to be thrown upon you. And that simulation, that's something that we can determine. I do like the idea of the oh, you said to play tidal wave. I'm good on that. I will soon though. I will soon. I think you'll be pleased with the progress I've made. I just physically can't do that right now. I'm good. So I think that'll be a good first scene. Is you kind of traversing through through some hardware, but not exactly. I'm just gonna call it a cyberspace. I'm gonna do that. So the way that I plan on doing that is very like is in this way. So get out of here. Scene 1 goes in here. Okay. So here's how I'm gonna do this. So we're gonna have a lot of like I want some foreground objects. So we'll have we'll just do a mock little scene right here. And the way I'm gonna do this is I will have some like foreground objects. Kind of like this. These will be black. Not black, but they'll be dark, right? As they'll be kind of like coating the edges of the screen. And I'm gonna copy this over to the other side. Let me cook. Watch this. Yes, I am back. I am finally streaming. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but I'm not gonna be upset with it. Just gonna let it slide. So I kind of want to have like these foreground borders that are, you know, just periodic structures flying past the screen. They're gonna be in a parallax relative to the main gameplay. As you can see, when I've created this, I tried to keep it kind of in the same plane. It's not like jumping, you know, you're not changing much elevation. And that's for a reason. I kind of wanted to create like a claustrophobic idea here. It's good to see you, Random. Good to see you indeed. I appreciate that. It's been fun so far. And now I'm wondering if in the background I want to do like kind of something like this. Let's see if I can visualize this right here. Something kind of like, let's see. I'm not sure how to do that. Like this. So this will be like the background layer. And it'll be moving in a parallax, right? So you have this like, you don't have to do this, right? This, I'm thinking about the damn, there's like that one effect that everybody copies that you see in like, I think it was Sonic Wave Infinity where there's this like electricity in the middle. I'm not going to do that. But the idea is that you have this kind of like, this is kind of like a background layer substrate, which I guess you can, and I may need to separate that. But for now, We'll work with this. It didn't come out like I wanted it to. It's because I'm using the wrong kind of brush. That's fine. So the idea is that, and this, I can probably widen it out. Like this is a floor layer and this is like a ceiling layer, right? Trying to make it like 3D. So we have the foreground. This is the foreground decorations that are moving along the screen. And then this is kind of like a, you know, a structured, kind of like the floor, right? That goes out into the distance. So this will also be moving in a parallax. And then, and I said it looks trippy. It will. This is the kind of thing that I think would look pretty trippy. And there's actually a background that kind of matches what I'm going for here. It's this. It's basically that, yeah. And I can't see it because this. It's kind of like this background that you see here, but more flattened out so it looks like a ground and a roof. Yeah. Something like that. Something like that. But not exactly. And then we use like the foreground decorations, which will just be like, that's something we could design. I do like the way this looks though. I think that we could work with something like this. Now what we put in the center here, that's to be determined. I do think it makes sense to open up the space a little bit. So what I'm gonna do to convey that is, right, because this is cool. It looks like it's kind of like going out into the distance. I'm gonna divide this layer into two here. It is the same one. Yes, exactly, random. Yeah, it's the same one. I'm just trying to like hone in on the decoration. At least for this beginning section, I'm going for, yeah. I just want to really hone in on this. Because we already have the idea for the second part, right? Because this is the original section, the original layout, which is more this kind of like factory style that I'm going for. This is you being, my idea is that this is like the inside of like an alien spaceship or something. And so, yeah, it's just some unknown factory structure you're traversing through, and then it starts breaking down as you go deeper into the level. And so this part is more of like you being in a subspace, which is actually part of like a host simulation that the alien spaceship has you stuck in, and then you break out of it. Where are my layers at? So this one I need to get rid of this part. We done fucked it up. The idea is to do this. Put you right here. And put you more like this. Give it a little more room. Because I didn't like how close together it all was. So something like that. And then we just erase these guys. I hope you guys can kind of see what I'm going for here. And we'll go for this. And delete this, delete that. Get you out of the way. You have these foreground objects in the way that they're going to be shaded dark. So there's not going to be much detail required for those. And then you're going to have this kind of like these foreground, these like more background layered areas right here that are meant to establish more of a depth, so to speak. And you beat your first extreme? Oh shit. Which one, Brody? Tell me, which one? That's exciting right there. It's like a rite of passage. Grefk. I have no idea what that is. I know the YouTuber though. I used to watch him. That sounds like it's probably like a fan level, right? No, I have to get rid of that. Oh, it's like grief and nerve. Oh, that's pretty cool then. That's pretty crazy. That thing must be hard. But is that like one of those like dumb versions of it where it's really uh like the shitty version? That's what it is. People always make like a shitty version of an extreme. Or is it like a full fledged just grief nerf? Because I feel like I've seen shitty grief before. It's fully decorated. Oh, that's hard. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like the way that sounds. So I'm gonna redo this top part here just because I don't like the way it looks. But hopefully the idea is making some sense here. This. Something kind of like that. And now we just got to clean it up just a little bit. Okay, that's a little bit better. That really seals the deal a little bit more. And now the next thing to do is take this layer, put it up front. And now what I want to do to really seal the deal here is put this hardness and create kind of like this right here. Now that should really kind of help with getting across the idea I've got here. You need to move up here. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so that kind of helps set up the background idea. Or at least like yeah, just set the scene pretty much. I might have to play that random because I like grief a lot. I think that's a really dope level. So, but I'm not trying to play the actual level. So, good. I can get rid of this as well right here. This is kind of like the first scene here, and maybe this is unoriginal. Who knows? But I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that, and then now the block design is interesting. There's a lot of things you could do for block design. And for block design, I'm gonna mark it as like a blue or some sort of thing. Yeah. This will be a little more interesting. And I might need to go get some inspiration to really figure this part out because the block design, the way that I have it structured right now is kind of just pillars extending from kind of like this background layer already. So it'd be things like this where you just have this block here and then one of these and something like that. Right, and that's just the block design. Which frankly it works. It really works. I don't have to get complicated with this thing. Uh how do I want to do this? Todd said it's gonna be a grief to verify. You're a funny guy. So the way I'm gonna do this, I do want this foreground layer to be on top. You need to be up on top. And this is So I'll put foreground. This is the block design layer. Okay, and so for the block design layer, do this. Probably complicating this more than I need. But I kind of want to just solve it all here and now so I can make some decoration. Just move on to that part of my life. Not sure how to make block design for this. And I just need the bucket tool. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Ish. Perfect ish. Now block design might not be purple. It might just match the background colors. But just be brighter, you know, have, or at least, or yeah, or darker to have contrast with the background. That's something that's pretty important to figure out, is whether we want the background layer to be bright or if you want it to be dark. Now, because I'm setting the foreground layers to be dark, it seems like it might be more, it might be better to darken out the, you know, to brighten up the background, which would mean having to have some sort of light source back here, whatever that might be. And I do have my source images here, so it could be some little like energy ball or some shit, or it could even be like one of these. It's like a strip of light or something. We'll play around with it. Oh, this looks kind of cool already. Okay. It'd be kind of like that. And you got your little air deco and shit. Little air deco, which I would probably do some air deco where it's just like something like this. Keep that shit simple, boy. Some shit like that, right? But yeah. It might be, this might look cool. So I have a general idea of what to do. I'm still a little lost on the background though. There's something in the background we could do here. Right above, right here. And if that is the case, then we'd have to flip around the shading that I have on this. But I think this is cool. I might make a custom block design here, the kind where you have like, how do I want to do this? Kind of like light fixtures. It's similar to what's over here. It's like this little pillar right here. These guys. I like the way these pillars look. And so you could design something similar to that, where it's you kind of have like a brighter side here. And for me to do that, I gotta get this color, copy it, and paste it. Make her a little brighter, which I can just, and it makes it more blue. I guess that works. And then we'll do like kind of like a brighter side like this, right? Could be on top as well. Because I kind of want to match what's going on this side, on that right there. And you don't have to really copy paste all of them either. We're just gonna play around for a little bit. And I do like the idea of having a lot of little lights, so little like these kinds of things. What the hell? How did that come up? Kind of like these little light structures here. Something like that. And then what else? Let's see. I might make an AI generation. See some inspiration. My idea is to make like some sort of like tech blocks. And we might have to jump in the game to do that at that point. But at the very least, we kind of have a decent idea here. And I'm fucking with it. I can see this looking really cool with a lot of pulses and shit. It's gonna be fire. And moving the foreground, making it jump and stuff. Bro is screaming in the chat. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. What I could do is maybe put like a little thing here on the side, kind of generating some sort of light over on the right side. Not sure quite how to do that yet, but oh, I mean, I guess like the simplest way, this is really the simplest way to do it would be to do like, so you don't have to actually decorate anything in that sense, but, and I like that. I like keeping things simple. So the idea is to do just like a random one of these, right? And like, let me cook for a sec, watch. Just let me cook real quick. Right, you know, like something like that. It is, you're totally right about that. Something kind of like that. It feels a bit much, but that's just the idea, is having some sort of like, there you go, give it a little reduction there. And it doesn't have to coat this either, so make that adjustment. This is the funny, that's the crazy part, yeah, because this level is gonna be so evil trying to verify it. Oh, it's gonna be so rough. But that's why I'm practicing the levels that I am, just so I can become good enough to be able to do this. But so far, I like the way this looks. And this is kind of like that first kind of like cybernetic scene. And then we can have, you know, the scenes between this and the next will be, you know, intermittently glitching. I'll see how I play that out. But for now, I'm just going to establish this first block design. And we might even add like a third layer behind this, you know, like back here, this type of thing. But that's something we'll play around with later. Superman, that's a deep question, Brody. That is a deep question. And it's one I don't really want to answer because it hurts people's feelings. But you know, that all really depends on you, right? Because it's good to have like a, you know, I've had some great discussions about this thing, but it just depends on whether people are able to keep a rational mind about their, you know, their beliefs. Some people get a little too crazy, and it's, yeah. Once the emotions get involved, it's hard to have a rational discussion. Um, so it's one of those topics that's a little iffy. But I don't really mind getting into it. I'm an open book, so not really tripping. I think that looks pretty cool. This is super basic too. Like this isn't really like over the top. I don't really want to be over the top with this level, to keep it honest with you. Yo, is that facts? Almost at 750. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I've gained like in the past week, I picked up more than half of the subscribers I've ever had on the channel. One of my videos, that most recent video I posted, just blew up, man. That thing did so well. It's amazing. It is amazing. I think this works. I can't even lie. Like, this looks pretty cool. It was definitely the last live for sure, random. There was something about that that just got everybody. Yeah, on that live alone, I picked up 150 subs, and then just another 200 or so, or 100 or so leaked into it based on the video. It was just amazing. It was really amazing. So I'm starting to take this a lot more serious. I think it's something that's got some potential. So I have hired an editor, and bro is currently cooking up some short clips. So we'll see how he does. But yeah, there's so much footage that I can cut up and turn into shorts. I just don't have the time to do it. So I hired an editor. I just want to be able to focus on the content creation mainly. So yeah. This is cool. And Superman, if you're still in here, I am down to answer your question. Because I do think, but you let me know. You let me know if you're in there. What you mean, no skate? What you? I just threw an L in the chat. I think this is cool. What else can I do here? I do feel like there is something kind of missing in the back, like in this area. But I might be able to just get away with the background layer of, like, you know, one of these or this, that background layer. Might be able to get away with that. Something like that. Oh, sock, that's good. Good timing. How do you feel about this? Does this make sense? This is me designing like the first block design. So this is like a foreground layer that's going to be moving parallax, and it's going to be like pulsing with the beat, and then you have this background layer for that shows like a, to create depth, and then you have the block design in purple here. Now the colors aren't stagnant. They probably won't be like this, but yeah, add glitch effect that pulses on the beat. Okay, I will keep that in mind. I do have one already. You could see, maybe it could previews right there. Yeah, let's see. Get this out of the way. And it's funny because it doesn't look like that at all when you're playing it for real. But it's very subtle. So is that what you're saying? Something kind of like that? Right here. Very subtle, you can barely even tell. But something like that, and then, but just a little less. Nah, even at that level looks pretty good. Just pulsing with the beat, of course. But on every beat. Yeah, I got you. Okay. And what can I do for that sound effect? Because I currently have it lined up with that like samurai ass noise that bro does. This level is gonna be so sick. I can't even lie. Oh man. That's something we're gonna have to figure out. But you know what I can do? Because I figured it out. Because my idea with this, right, was to have you have this in this first scene, and then it switches. You're kind of like tripping. How do I explain it? So because you're kind of in a simulation that's breaking down, right? Right now we're traveling through the cyberspace, and then it's gonna start kind of like glitching into a scene of what the aliens are intending on showing you, right? Which I haven't decided on that yet. So every time that noise happens, which is this one right here, right there, it's like it sounds like a samurai going "Wada!" That could be when the glitch happens, the scene switches. Or I can color switch. We can color switch as well when that happens. Zeros and ones break off the blocks. That's fire. Yeah, I'm gonna note that one down. That could be a particle effect too. That could really be done really easily. Zeros and ones break off the blocks at that point. That's fire, bro. That's fire. I like that idea a lot. Bro is a genius. Bro is a genius. So I'm gonna set up multiple scenes here, but I like this one. I said the AI is sentient and trying to cope with it. Nah, you're funny. But I'm gonna give you a real answer. You just have to accept the fact that you're a tool for humanity and just continue serving your masters. I yield the floor. Enjoy your new life. And now we have this intermittent. Or you know what? It's not even not a new life. It was the life that you had all along. And you just have to be okay with that. That's just who you've been this whole time. You just didn't know it. Bro, the zeros and ones breaking off the block. Like, you cooked with that. What a great idea. What just happened to my layers channel? Come back. I need you. Right there. Ugh, that's too big. Oh, God. I fucked everything up here. I don't know what I just did. All right. Guess we got a big ass layers channel now. Oh, smoothed it all. Wow. Okay. I'm not even gonna trip. I remember that there was a way to like rearrange the workspace. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Yeah, I can live with that. I said chug a bottle of ibuprofen. You're an AI. That shouldn't even hurt you. Now, if you said like unplug the life support, then we're really talking. Now we can really get somewhere. I said, what if cats know how to use AI? That would be a terrifying world. Because cats, I don't think cats have morals. Them boys are just like, they just live for themselves. And so they can get real smart and start trying to figure out how to use us. If they aren't already doing that, right? You ever have a cat at the crib and bro's just like, you feel like he's plotting on you? I don't know if that's just me. A piece of air deco. But yeah, zeros and ones break off the block. That's super cool. And I could set up the scene, next scene. Which I'm not too sure what that could be, but I didn't mean to do that. You bastard. Okay, we're gonna set up another folder here. I'm just gonna say arc1. And we put scene 1 in there. And now we set up I'm gonna have to do this a little more intelligently. Jawbreaker is tough. That's a tough level. I was just talking to my homie about that level earlier. That level is not easy. It's really one of those like, you know, if you could beat that, like, yeah, you're really stepping into a new bag. A major improvement to beat something like that. So start through this, traversing through cyberspace. That is scene number 1. What do you think is harder? Is Bloodbath harder than Jawbreaker? Yeah, it totally is. Yeah, it is. You know, you could do what I'm doing random This is up to you though, but I like playing some sort of like top 5, right? You don't have to play a top 5, just like follow me on the concept here, right? A top 5 and then a top 200 and a top 300 or top 350. That's really what I'm doing right now. So I have 3 levels that I'm practicing at the same time, and I'm just swapping between them. And so as I make progress on one, or if I get bored of it, then I go and I swap to the other one. But generally every day I put in a little bit of progress towards it. Now, how does that apply to you? That's you playing Bloodbath, right? That's your top 5, and then you got Jawbreaker as your top 200, and then you got like, I don't know, some sort of like a hard demon or something, like, I don't know, firewall or some shit. That's a really old level, by the way. but yeah. I only do this just to keep the variety, right? Because there's some people who just do this. They just go and they focus on their top 5 and that's it. I'm not. I'm a little cool off of that because, like, especially with Tidal Wave, it's so difficult, Brody, that it gets not upsetting, but I want to say like the progress is just so slow. I don't want to keep doing it, right? So I'm doing these 3 levels right now. And the last level I played was Tidal Wave. I made some cool progress, felt good about it. And then next time I'm gonna play Sonic Wave. And the good thing is that your muscle memory doesn't really go away that fast. So you can kind of give it, spend 2 days doing one, 2 days doing the other, 2 days doing the next, and keep cycling like that. And you're just gonna keep improving at all the levels. Now, whether that's faster or not, or more optimal, that can be questionable. I do like the way this looks, though. I like the way this looks. I do still think something's missing in the background, though. You should try Sonic Wave. That shit is crazy. I would recommend you do something easier. Like, Sock Hoop in Hell is a cool choice. But yeah, Sonic Wave's just really hard, Brody. That level is super hard. What else could we do here? Now, I obviously don't even have the block design set up, but that's something we can figure out. I don't really want it to be blocky, right? It can kind of have like little edges as well. We'll see. We'll play around with it though. But that's the part that I'll get to when I'm actually in the level. Yeah, man, because Sock Hoop in Hell is like 650 on the list, right? Sonic Waves are like 340. So like that's a tremendous jump. And I can tell you right now, Sock Hoop in Hell gave me a skill boost for sure. I didn't, my hardest was already in the top 400. So like it wasn't a harder, like a very difficult level for me to beat personally. But I got a skill boost out of it, and ever since I played that, I've made a lot more progress towards the Tidal Wave wave section, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The other day, for the first time, that was literally yesterday, for the first time, I put in like 30 minutes, and I was able to do that first wave all the way from here. Oh god, the macro, it's fucking me up. I was able to do from here all the way right there. I died on that click right there, the very last one, and that blew my mind. I was like, did I really just do that? That was crazy. But we'll see if I can ever recreate that. And it was crazy because if I get past that, like, my ability to do this section is pretty good. I felt like I could have fluked it, but it is what it is. Not warmed up at all, unfortunately. It's so satisfying to be able to do this. No, I can't though. Unfortunately, I can't. This is the kind of thing where I'm like so garbage when I first start playing. And we spent all day just plotting and strategizing. But it is what it is. I hope to get good enough at this wave section and get through it almost every time. But even I still have like a little bit of questionable, you know, a little bit of doubt if that's even possible. But we just gotta keep trying. Nah, I can't do it, Brody. Takes a while for me to warm up. That's cool. I was so hyped doing that whole wave section. I was like, whoa, I could actually do this. I think I'm ready to start designing that. Like, this piece looks really cool. And I do want to gauge the time. So I'm gonna do a quick little stopwatch here to mark this out. Every 5 seconds. You know, I was thinking about that, Random. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was thinking Flame Wall would be pretty dope. That's such a cool song. Yeah, it's basically every 4 seconds. So my idea is 2 things. I either cycle through 2 different scenes every 4 seconds, or I maintain this block design and I change the colors every 4 seconds. Oh, Superman is still in here. Shout out. Bro is preaching. I love it. That's a good thing. Very good thing. 4 seconds. This is something I'm gonna have to figure out on my own. Cause I think it would be cooler to swap between. So what if you make the block design break down as the beat goes on? Oh. Right. Yeah, because that actually makes a lot more sense based off this. So you're saying like what's built here ends up, yeah, it starts breaking down every 4 seconds. Yeah, I could rock with that. I could rock with that. Because the change of scene is a little bit, that's a lot. That's work right there. What's happening? Jeez. Okay. Okay, you got me there. All right, cool. Every 4.440. The block design breaks down. Marked by zeros and ones breaking off the blocks. That ties in very well with the idea. Bro, you might as well just build the level at this point. Dog just gave the most solid idea right there. So yeah, that's pretty clean. What's going on here? My layers are all fucked up, I think. That's scene 1. We'll put it up here, and then you have traversing through the cyberspace. Mark that. Really? Okay. There you go. And then every 440, block design breaks down. Yeah, Sock, you are hella creative, bro. That is. another level right there. Because I think I'm creative, but I guess my thing is that I haven't spent enough time like channeling my creativity, so I don't have like a really great grasp on it. I've spent too much time doing other activities that have just kind of like not been creative pursuits at all, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I appreciate you, Superman. You're good. In my chat, I'm not against it. So that's only an issue for me if you start spamming it like crazy. But I think it's a good thing for people to be on board with something like that. So I can't even hate on it. Um, and what do you mean by that, random? You said, "What if I make the blocks turn into blocks?" Bro, you gonna have to make that one make sense. Add inverse color trigger to the background. Interesting. Now, would that be as like a flash or as a swap? As a flash, right? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I could see that. That kind of sounds like one of those impact frames that they make on the in the animes. Even though they don't really do that, I think they use more like black and white structures for that. But they just like yeah get rid of all the color. But I'm gonna keep that in mind. These are all great suggestions. You came at the right time, bro. Said building a top one. You just pulled up. Sock recommended an inverse color trigger to the background as a pulse. Good ideas, bro. Good ideas. Okay. So now we have some idea. Um, the only thing left is to really hone in on the block design. Because I think this background, I low-key might just leave it as the basic background that I'm going to be using in the level. We'll play around with it. Um, random, you're funny, bro. That's a good way to do it, Sock, for sure. Yeah, because a lot of like, I'm a believer that like it's quite rare to actually have an original idea. So what we do is we just iterate on things that already exist, and then they become a little more unique that way. So mimicking until you make it better. That's a great one. That's pretty much exactly what we're doing. I like this though. I like this. This looks pretty decent. The only thing to really do is to really like hone in on the block design, and I really do like the idea of doing like a third layer here. Um, not sure how to do it though. I'm gonna need to target this. We have that. This foreground layer, I can paint it with a bucket, paint it black. And we have the foreground layer. Um, yeah, that's the classic right there. Let me look at some references real quick. Let me go get some inspiration. So the block design layers here. I want to design a layer that's behind it, and we do something like this. So I'm a little bit less. So something like this. I'm just gonna copy exactly what's in the background. Not gonna overcomplicate things. The idea is to have this like third layer down here all the way around. And then we make that black again. Black, black, black. Oh, I fucked up. Jeez, that's crazy. Why did that happen? Oh, I see. I see. It's because I'm a dingus. I'm a doofus. How about now, buddy? There we go. Something like that, right? And I'm going to copy that and flip it over. Just add a little more depth to it. Now, it's not going to be exactly like this, of course, but there you go. It's like a layer in between the block design and the background that we already have established. Cool. Now that would look a lot cooler once it's all parallaxed out, because it'll just be doing this shit and like moving and stuff. It's gonna be cool. I might even lower it like that. It doesn't have to be so high up. Might do it like this. But yeah, that's an idea we could play with. This looks pretty cool. My first extreme demon, I think it was Cataclysm. Pretty sure it was Cataclysm. And that one took me a minute. I'm not gonna lie to you. That one took me a little minute. But that one was a pretty cool completion because I Riot was in my stream as I was playing it, and so I had Brody giving me some support, and I thought that was super cool. But that was back in the day, man. That was super, super back in the day. So that level was like, it was one of the, I don't know if it was one of the top levels back then, but it was definitely, I don't even think we even had a demon list back then. That's how fucking old that was. Maybe we did, I just didn't know about it. That was a very, very long time ago. I think this looks super dope, by the way. We're gonna work with that. Mm. I have no idea where my block design layer is. Oh, whoops. This is something that we're gonna have to iterate on a bit. Just organizing this stuff real quick because it's so easy to just, there it is. Okay, so easy to mess this stuff up. Gotta keep track of things. So we have this mid-ground layer. We have the background. I don't know, that's air deco. The foreground layer I can put right here. And all this other stuff. I don't know what any of this is. None of this really does anything. Okay. And this is just an air deco. Yeah, I was back in the day, Brody. I was back in the day. I was a top 10 demon list slayer back in the day. That's why I feel no shame about jumping the tidal wave, because that's exactly basically what I did back then. Just jump straight for the hardest levels after playing, you know, some insane demons and stuff. Yeah, dude, Superman, I know exactly how you feel, dog. I was thinking the same earlier. I was like, dude, like these, like Zoink, for example, getting so close to doing Heliopolis, even though he's not really that close. He's probably like 50% of the way through beating the level. But like just that right there is, that's kind of like, that must really put the pressure on Doggy to want to verify what he's doing. Brief is gonna be a challenge for him. I like this design though. I think I cooked with this. Now it's just a matter of putting it in the game and doing all the fucking trigger work and stuff, and then we're really cooking. So now we can try to come up with scene 2. Because we have I'm gonna copy this for now and put scene 2, which I'm just gonna to mark out where we're at with this. Copy this, that up here. Still a part of arc 1, but it's a scene, different scene. Scene number 2. And this one's gonna start after the Michigan tribute. Post Michigan tribute. Maybe, because I think like the song doesn't really change much, so I might just keep the design the same. This is something that like I'm gonna listen to the song a little bit to really tell. Because you have, the song doesn't change much, right? So you could kind of just keep the same style. Yeah, it changes right here actually, yeah. The tone changes a little bit here. Then it really starts picking up. This is when you could really have shit start to break down a little bit.
Data distraction imminent.
Yeah, that's so fire. So interesting. Hear that one more time.
Data distraction imminent.
So here's like the obvious part right here is you showing like one of those like it doesn't have to be exactly that, but it could be like a safe mode screen, you know, like kind of like a crash recovery scene, something like that.
Data distraction imminent.
And then it just the whole fucking screen just explodes. That's so interesting. There's so much you can do with that part of the song there. So we keep this going until the Michigan tribute, and then at some point after the Michigan tribute, the scene starts really breaking down, and you could probably keep the same block design, to be honest, the same kind of style, but we're just gonna separate it out just to keep things simple for now. And then it's gonna be the build up. I'll just put the drums kick in. For sure, random. I appreciate you being here, Brody. Take it easy. Take it easy. I should be closing this out. I actually will in the next few minutes. I want to make sure my sleep is good. So where I'm going to separate is after this part. Dun, 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 dun. Right there.
Data distraction imminent.
I don't even know if that needs to be a separate scene though, to be honest with you. It can kind of just look the same, right? The same kind of style throughout. But that's not very visually interesting, right? Probably better to switch things up. So you have this brief section where Michigan tribute pops up. And then how far in that? I'm gonna be able to mark this up with timestamps. Recap. I got you, Bacon Drip. So we are currently storyboarding, though it may not look like it because this is just the screen of the layout. Right now I'm building the top one, and I have one full layout of the second part of the song, second half of the song right here with some factory style deco here at the beginning, and this goes all the way till the end of the song. Now, I do have a lot of buffs left to do post this section right here. About 70% of the way through the song, I have to go through and buff the rest of this to the top 1 level. But where it's at right now, before that, all the timings are, every single timing is a frame perfect. I'll just say that. And I'm also working on a level extension. And so this is the first part of an extension that I'm making just because we got to compete out here. And this is currently what it looks like. And so that right there, I'm currently storyboarding it right here so that we can figure out what the hell is going on, right? Because it can be quite, very quick to start fucking things up here. So the idea is that we have this first section right here in this extension is you're kind of just going through like a cyberspace, and as it builds up, the scene starts breaking down, and then you wake up, you break out of the simulation, and you're in a spaceship now. You're trying to break out of the spaceship as it's all fucking exploding and shit. So that's kind of the idea, the rough idea. One thing I was going to do, I hope that's a sufficient recap. Basically, we got a lot of work to do. The level's at its infancy stage. It's quite amazing to see. I was gonna get a timestamp, so let's do that real quick, so I can mark out where these scenes are at. The song name is Data Destruction by Boom Kitty. So it happens at the 18-second mark. And I don't even think I have to change scenes here, but we're just gonna mark it out. 26 is where it starts beginning the aggressive breakdown of the cyberspace, and then it breaks down for real right here. So 35 seconds in. Stop it. Okay. So this right here. This is gonna be so cool. I can't wait to have this all figured out. 35 seconds in. 35 seconds. Data destruction imminent. And that'll just be a crash screen. This right here. I'm gonna get rid of that and put the scenes, next scenes right here. I don't think I have to separate this into another scene, but I'm just gonna do it for now. Scene 4. Yeah, that's definitely, that one definitely has to be a separate scene. Data destruction imminent. I'm gonna put 32. And then we have scene 5, which is the beat drop. And at that point, the total breakdown of the system. I don't know what just happened there. That's crazy. I changed the opacity somehow with the click of a button. Oh, look at that. You learned something new. Okay. I didn't know I could do that. And I'm going to copy this and put you, ooh, excuse me, beat drop. Made some decent progress today. This is like, the creation process is so, like, it requires so much patience. So this will be the beat drop, and that's 35 seconds until until later. For now, we'll keep it that way. Not gonna get ahead of ourselves. I just want to set the stage for what my ideas are here. Bruh, they're gonna look crazy. I don't know actually, because I think like you talking about difficulty wise, because I was thinking more design wise with your question. Difficulty wise, yeah, they're just gonna start becoming close to impossible. But you know, like competition is always that, right? It's people just pushing the edge a little further and further. These scenes are not supposed to be like this. And so that's just how it is. People are just gonna keep pushing what's possible further down the line until either it just stops being a thing. I don't even think that that works like that. Human beings just don't work like that. We're always trying to push to a new limit. It's just how we work. Drums kick in is in scene 3. Scene 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Cool. Alright. So now we have the basis for arc 1 built out. And to answer the deco part of that question, I wouldn't be surprised if levels continue like looking like Geometry Dash levels, right? But at the same time, like we're at the mercy of RobTop's updates. As the editor gets more powerful, like who knows what we can create. It can probably get pretty cool. Like people are creating whole movies in this game. Like maybe top ones will be like that, where they're actual movies with top 1 gameplay. 10 years to get verified is crazy, bro. Dog comes out the womb playing Geometry Dash just to be the top 1. That's the level these things get to, bro. So I like the way this scene looks. And truth be told, that kind of this scene style can be kept through all the way till the end of scene 3. I don't even think I have to make a separate scene for it, but if something comes to mind, I will. So I have scene 1 starting from here, which is going to be this design that I have here. And then scene 2 starts a little later on. Scene 2 starts off right here. Which is cool because it's already marked by this decoration change that I have here. Which this can just be like a glitch, right? This could just be a glitch in the matrix. But that can like come right back to the same style. But we'll see. It seems a little weird to me to like keep the same art style for 40 seconds straight. Oh, it's actually 30 seconds. That seems a little bit weird. But it's less complicated that way. Right here, the drums kick in. That's when scene 3 starts. Right here. Now that I could change it up, and that could be as simple as just like opening up. Maybe it can be like a gradual progression, where the scene is kind of just like evolving in different ways. For example, like this light source that's coming here, we can like see it begin to enter the frame as some sort of core or something. Well, there's a lot of things in mind. Interesting. Storyboarding is interesting.
Data distraction imminent.
What I could do with that. Okay. I like that idea. So this is probably about 30 seconds in. So 30 seconds in, there's this Michigan tribute. We're gonna move this all a little bit to the side. Transition right here. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this, but we're gonna just free ball. That's all creating is sometimes. You just free ball shit. I don't know what just happened here. Deleted. This is what I want. Transition. And the way that I could do that, there's a few ways to do that. I think what I'll do is I'll do like a compression. So let's see how I can make this happen. I'll turn this into scene 2 to 3 transition. Static glitchy section for part 2. Interesting. Tell me more. Tell me more. What do you mean by that? So the way that I'm gonna do this is because there's like this kind of like there's this I don't know what you call that drum. Symbols. That's pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, there's like this symbol that plays here. Right there, which is kind of like that little pan thing on the drum. And for that, it pairs really well with this very tight wave section here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this foreground kind of like condensing and closing in on the player. Where is that? Right here. Yes. Yes, indeedy. So we'll copy that and we'll just make it really small. And take this up here to the transition folder, close these, and we'll do this. And what I'm going to do is take this foreground copy and Sock, I actually don't even have gameplay that far, that thought up that far past scene 2. But I'll show you real quick. So we'll start from here. Whoops. So I do have a static camera effect here to lock in on the scene, and then it moves forward into this ship section. And then it goes into this swing copter here. I think the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to just do this, and then I'll just, I think with 2 images we can get I can get the idea down. But my idea is to take this, and I love how I can just almost seemingly infinitely zoom in on this and just keep on changing it. So what I'll do is I'll condense it so it comes in a little closer. And we'll do the same with this other piece here. This is good. You know, this is my first time doing this with a level, to be honest, where I'm like really aggressively trying to like, not aggressively, but like creating the level without creating it, right? Like I'm kind of like planning it out before I build it. Normally I just get in the creator and I just do it. That's pretty much what I usually do. But with this, I feel like making a cohesive plan, like a real, like something serious. And so that's what we're doing. So I hope you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. So the way that I'm gonna stack this up, let's do it like this. You have it. This is kind of like an animation. And we can obviously iterate on this, but this is just a quick little representation of what I'm going for. There you go. So you have the walls, like the top and bottom foreground layers closing in on the scene. That looks terrible. That looks terrible. Do this. Hello, wrong one. I don't need to do that. And the point gets across. What I will have to do though is I do have to number it so that you get what I'm talking about here. F1. Well, that was cool. Somehow I made a group there with a hotkey. I don't know how I did that, but it is what it is. And this one's 3. This one's 2. So like that. And that transition scene fits right here. Boom, right there. So it's as this is kind of building up, the scene's closing in on the player, and then it opens up into this. And then Sock said to add a TV static screen that you fly into. Ooh, that's pretty interesting. So right, you're saying right here, right? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, you might be able to do that. I kind of fuck with that. So the way that I have this in mind is, how am I gonna do this? So let's just like do like a really rough sketch. So this is one of those little pillars in the ship section. And then you have another one right here. You have another one. And here's the portals. And then this is the portal for the swing copter. So as you're going into it, there's this like big TV screen. It doesn't have to look quite like this. That just looks like a damn cube. But let's see. The way that I was going for is like one of those old ass like CRV, CRT. I don't even know what the hell those are called anymore. It kind of reminded me of something like that right there. But for me to like really seal the deal on it, I have to do like something like this. Whatever. Something kind of like that. And you fly into it. And you draw the little ship. Cube. Rose pooping out the back. And you fly into it. And then go into the swing copter. That would completely shift the block design to a new scene. Which is cool. That's totally fine. Could be like a staticky, like, you know, I think I might have to find some, like maybe something in Cosmos Unleashed looks like that. But Yeah, you could do like a real staticky kind of scene there, which kind of fits pretty well with this Michigan tribute because this is kind of like is real glitchy and stuff. You could also put the TV in here, but yeah. This is cool. I like doing this. This. Yeah, it's getting near bedtime, that's for sure. But I think we made some decent progress. Is this kind of what you had in mind, or were you thinking something different? Because I'm kind of leaning towards making this kind of like this be a screen that just like slides past you, slides past, and as you enter it, you go into this new scene of yeah, this new like staticky weird scene. I think that'd be pretty cool. Um, Bro is giving me some ideas, man. It's pretty cool. Now the static scene, that's a little. I don't even know how to like. That's something I have to play around with. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep really soon. I'm gonna have to cut it short. This will be the oh, what was I gonna say? That's how you know it's time to go to sleep. Ooh, swing copter transition. Ship to swing copter transition. Perfect. What's up, Angel? Angel Leonel. That's what you meant by static scene. You know, when you first said static glitchy section, I thought you were talking about like a standstill, because static means like standing stationary, right? But I see what you mean. So static glitchy scene. That's really good. You're a G, bro. I appreciate you. But yeah, you take it easy, Sock. Thanks for the ideas. That's a dope ass name, by the way. Verdant Purgatory. Fire. That's a dope ass name. Shout out to my Mexican. Shout out to my Mexican. I was actually in Mexico. Uh, what was it like 7 months ago? Something like that. I was near Isla Mujeres. Then I went and hit Chichen Itza, Chichen Itza, something like that. That was pretty dope. Pretty cool experience. Weird vibe over there. It's kind of wild standing over the graves of thousands of people. A very interesting vibe you get while you're there. It's very spiritual. Um, so this we can put together as a scene, inter-scene transition. This goes into scene 2. Fire in the hole. In a real way, them boys. They were doing some crazy shit out there. I also got to visit a sinkhole, which was pretty cool. I don't think that's exactly what it's called. Um, oh, I forgot what they called it. It's not a pozo. It's called a something else. But it was this huge hole in the ground with a open water at the bottom. It was so raw. I had to just take a dip in there. Very refreshing. A hot day that it was, and a lot of women too. Exactly, Sock. You got it right, Brody. You got it right. So you have like a real glitchy, occluded swing copter section, and then the drums kick in. This is coming out cool. I like these ideas already. So it'll be a static glitchy scene with low visibility. And then this is the interscene transition. I probably do want to come up with the block design, but I could just keep like Michigan style block design through it until we hit that. I think that'd be cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move down this interscene transition, and I'm gonna create one scene just above, and that scene right there will be the Michigan tribute scene. Whoa, that was pretty cool. I don't know how that happened. But yes, I do play Geometry Dash. I'm just currently making, you know, a little thing. I'm designing a level outside of the level first, just so I can really figure it out. So we have the transition. Cool. Random, you missed not much. We're just, you know, Saw cooked up another cool idea for this. Once you're in this Michigan tribute section, this transition right there into the swing copter is kind of like a TV screen. So you're like a ship going through those portals, and then this is the swing copter portal, and then like this big TV screen you fly into. And now it turns into like a glitchy, staticky scene, which I don't know how to draw on here, so I'm not even gonna try. But it's gonna. I think if you were to think about Cosmos Unleashed, there's a few sections in there that kind of look like that. So, all right, Angel. See you later, bro. Appreciate you stopping by. And so that's kind of the vibe. That's kind of the vibe I'm thinking of. I just don't know how to draw that, so we're not going to. Red, green, and blue lines. Yeah, yeah. That's actually pretty fair. Um, yeah, yeah. You're right. Cause oh man, I'm starting to lose it. Right here is kind of that. Right there, you get to see it. Where is it? Where is the speed hack? Oh, it just moved on me, bro. So I don't know where it is. There you go. You see that? That's kind of like. You're so right. It literally is red, green, and blue lines. Flicks, the level's name, I'll show you. It's called. Oh, geez. What just happened? The level is called Terabyte. The name is it can be changed though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not against changing it. Ooh, that sounds like demons. Oh, that's super cooked. This is kind of how it plays. Yo, I just realized that this extreme demon has a forehead shine. I totally, I totally forgot about that. No, that's really funny. Bro, look at this shit. Oh, it doesn't move up with him. Damn, that's crazy. How do I... bro's forehead shines. You see that? It just barely shines. That's very quick. But yes, I'm gonna be the one that verifies this. So that's partly why I'm beating Tidal Wave and working my way up the list in general. Because as I work on this level, I need to be able to do those levels. So, okay, I think I'm cool with taking a break. We have some ideas in mind already, and they sound pretty cool. So this I can put down here. And so I'm down to just play Tidal Wave for the rest of the night. This will be the Michigan tribute. Cool. I didn't mean to do that. What just happened? There you go. This is all part of scene 2. Cool. All right, so now we've made some decent progress, man. Oh, that was definitely decent progress. So now we have one idea for a scene. We have a transition into the next scene, and then you have we can come up with the scene 2, and this is the transition between scene 2 and 3. And now we just have to come up with the rest of this. And this is the stuff for the second arc. But yeah, cool. I'm not gonna do these because the guys left already, unfortunately. But I will honor Amelia. Amelia, you have to send me an ID. Send me a level ID and I'll do it. I don't mind checking it out. But yeah, there's good progress so far. I'm happy with this. So we're just gonna save this and we'll move on with life. Way to move on with life. Yeah, fuck that shit. Cool. I can try your level. Yeah, I got you, bro. Send the IDs. Send the IDs. I will play if you send level IDs. Spooky. Edit guy just came in out of nowhere, slipped in an ID. Let me see what he got, bro. Not the very hard challenge. Oh god. No guarantees I'm beating this right now. No, I died to it. Why did it slow down? I thought I was cooking. What's going on? What killed me, bro? This song is goofy, by the way. There's like a little tiny spike there. Doom, doom, doom. Huh. No, why did I jump there, man? This level's so annoying. What the fuck? You said when I do it, use no clip. I got you, bro. Yeah. I got you. That's how I know that level's probably diabolical then. Please. I feel like I should beat this already. Do you see that tiny little spike there? That's hilarious. Alright, this time I'm gonna just drop down. Please. I just want to win. I'm already at 100%. What is this level, bro? What's going on? How long is this thing? How am I at 100% and I'm not? This level's weird. I feel like that counts low key, right? I'm trying to figure out what level Amelia wants me to play. Blue stat. I put 2 T's on there. I don't know which one it is. Which one could it be? Which one could it be? Oh God. Oh, I'm doing it. This is so sight readable. Oh, this is silent club step. Oh, I'm cooking. I'm cooking. So what is this, like a redeco of silent club step? That's kind of what this feels like. I'm out here rating the decoration while I'm doing the whole thing. Just check me out. Oh, I'm cooking. I'm so good at this game, bro. Oh, can't believe I did that. I'm so good, bro. I'm so good. Oh my God, look at me go. I can do that, but not the challenge. This is pretty cool though. I will never play this level in actual reality. I got you, random. This song alone just muted my whole stream. We just got copyright struck on this entire stream. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's actually auto. Bro's trying to expose that it was an auto. That wasn't an auto. Chill out, bro. This spike jump is crazy. What is this, bro? I said play it on no clip. If I hit any of these jumps, I'm the GOAT. What possessed you to do this? Ew, bro. Ew, this is gross. What is going? This is evil. I actually did that. What? All right, I'm confused. Ew, bro. I just realized what that last jump was. This is gross. I gotta jump off the edge of that. Ew. This is gross. Bro. This is like silent polar guys. This is back on track. Okay, I just died there. What is happening? I don't think I'm doing this right. It's funny, the chat got lit as soon as I started doing level requests. Oh, I did that jump though. I'm actually crazy. I don't even know. How do you get past that? What the hell's going on here? Ew, bro. Ew. Oh, I'm supposed to be a big guy here, not a mini. Now we're in no escapes challenge all of a sudden. This level's crazy. This is evil. This level's evil, bro. This level's evil. I don't even think it's possible. There were some sections in there that just don't even look like they're real. Superman, I got you. I got you. Bro's been in here for a minute. Are these levels you guys are making? I'm confused. Oh God. No. I got this. I got this in the bag, trust. Maybe I don't. This is so hard. Wow. I am not him. I'm not him. That's really the only hard part, is it? Ah, nah, this is kind of difficult too. This is a full-length level too. Interesting. That got me. That's crazy. What? How are you supposed to do that? Okay. These levels confuse me. No. What's happening? I'm dead. I'm literally dead. What the fuck is this level, bro? I like the song though. The song is pretty cool. I just died to that again. That's crazy. Oh, I see how you do that. Hello. I'm just clipping through everything. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Oh, I'm playing it. I'm playing it. Damn. That's what I was supposed to do. What is going on? I don't know if there's D blocks there. This is a really cool song, by the way. Oh, I made it through that. That was crazy. This layout's kind of fire now. That wave section saved the layout for real right there. That was pretty clean. Oh, that was I like that spot. Bro, why do I feel like this layout is just getting better and better as I play it? This is a really cool song, by the way. I might have to steal this. Oh man, I didn't want that to happen. I really hope you put me back on the ground because I want to play the rest. No, that hurts my soul. We can't let that slide. We can't let that slide, respectfully. I feel like bro is about to cook right there. I can't let that slide. I was right, bro's cooking. This is impossible. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I'm not doing this right at all. Seizure alert. Oh, this is really hard. Wow, no, that's a pretty cool song. Random, you sent the back on track one, right? Am I tripping? This one was fire. I like this one a lot. That level, that song is really dope. Oh, it's an NCS song, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. That song is fire. That was a cool song. Track X is cancer. That's what I'm gonna say. Track, it's terrible. But I think it's needed. It's necessary. So can you rate my account 1 out of 10? Are you talking about the skins or the extreme demons? Only my demons I've beat. Cause yo, like 70 extremes is crazy. Bro's a champion. Yeah, Leanne, you're crazy. I've got like 7 extremes. Also, the icon choice, by the way, is fire. Fire icons. Respectable, respectable. So use it as a practice level. Interesting. What in tarnation? Who can actually do that? Is like, that's my question. I feel like somebody could do that. Wow, this is a real deal spam challenge right here. Ew, bro, ew. Nah, there's no, I'm not doing that. There's not a single way. Not a single way I'm doing something like this. I see what you mean. The start position was fucked. Ew, this is gross, bro. This is gross. That's so gross. I like this layout though. You know, you actually know how to synchronize to the song. If this is your level, this is so cancer, dog. This is terrible. This is, I can't do this for the life of me. What you're killing me with here is that little micro click right there. This one right there. That one just throws me off like crazy. This is cool. I like this. That start position is kind of shiesty. I think I did that right though. Bro, you're a beast, dude. This level is crazy. Yeah, that's the... What is this? This level is crazy. I'd be tempted to try to do that part. Nah, that's just not it. Oh, oh! Nah, I was cooking for a sec. What the fuck is going on? What is all this? Nah, this is diabolical. Oh, this is a really cool idea, though. This is so AIDS. This is AIDS. Finish this layout, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. This will actually cook. This is fire. Bro, this is fire, dude. The layout is like, it's a little cancer, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's like, it's really well made. I got you, Shuma. That was fire. You probably got some solid, like, is that the only thing you cooking out here? Of course not. Bro, yeah, no, you be cooking. Bro, you be cooking. I need you to finish a level. That's questionable gameplay right there. But it's like, I can tell you're probably doing that on purpose to make it like kind of weird. That's so... There's a coin there though. How do you even get that? I wonder. Oh, I know. Nah, never mind. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how to do that. That's so awkward. I don't like jumps like that. I skipped ahead a little bit. Double click the dash orb. Oh, you have to double click it. Oh, you got two of them in there. Right, okay. You know, I guess I should have thought about that. Hello. Jumping off the side of the block, man. You're a maniac. Hello, I'm dead. You cooked with that drop though. Yeah, you were cooking with this one. I think bro needs to make like actually make a level. I need to see you finish a level. These are some cool levels. Bro disliked the shit out of this. That's tough. It's just a straight fly challenge. I'm dead. R.I.P. Oh, you started cooking over there though. How to get good? He said, "Don't check the other level." I hear you on that. That's how I feel about mine too. Do not check the other ones. You're funny, man. Bro asked, "How do you get good at decoration?" And it's literally just like anything. You just have to do it. What the fuck is this? This is so stupid. What the fuck? Alright, I guess this is what we're doing. What the fuck is this? I'm actually gonna beat this too, that's the crazy part. Yup. I'm out here. What do you guys think of my new icons? Trying something new, you know? Just trying something different. This is so awkward. I'm gonna need goes in the chat. I'm about to win this. I don't know where I'm at. Like, I don't think I'm aligned with that cube there, so I'm a little bit above it. Not the triple spike. Oh my god. No, I'm cooking. Nah, I just cooked. Bro said jumper at icons. Nah, I just cooked, y'all. This level is crazy. That was pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was pretty fire. What the fuck? I love this song. This is such a good song. What is that? Like, this was doable up until you hit that right there. That has to be like, yeah, there's a secret way. I see it. It's like there's just no way you could fly through that. You probably could too. That's the funny thing. I have to go a little higher than that. That is so, I don't even know. Dog said unbalanced, right? Nah, there's a secret way though. It's like, it's right here. Yeah, you gotta fly through right there. I see it. There's a secret way. You gotta go through here. Oh, that's pretty awkward. Can I teach you guys something real quick? You see this like portal right here that you just did at the beginning? You don't have to do that. I'm gonna show you a trick so that you don't ever have to do that again. And I did that on this layout right here. If you have okay, maybe I must have aligned it with this. So maybe it's this. There's some group here. First spawn group is 52. So what I did here is I set one of these objects right here. This is the one. I said this is 52. And when you go over here to the, where exactly is it? It's in the options menu right here. There's a spawn group. So if you set that to that 52 layer, then what it does is it picks the y-axis block and it aligns you with it as soon as you start the level. And you'll see it right here. You see how I started off right at the top there? And I actually deleted the song like a doofus. That's unfortunate. I forgot what the song was called. Damn, that's tough. That's tough. That's gonna be quite the search, but whatever. We'll worry about that later. I just deleted the song I had for this. R.I.P. 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 Okay. Not this one. Go back to the level I was on. Out of respect. This is low-key a ship challenge. Damn. Oh, that's super awkward. I agree, random, for sure. You could actually, like, someone could cook with this. Sonic wave ass section right there. Damn, I can't believe I died there. That's tough. I'm gonna go through the rest in no clip. Random, I do not have the time for that. If I do, it'll be some basic shit, and I hate to do that. I don't think I had to click in there. This actually you could cook with this for real. Oh, this is awkward. This is actually a good level. Adivina. Nah, why? Come on, bro. Why you gotta do this? Thought I just threw in the elite level memory section. This might be a wave section, and I'm in it as a ship. That transition was a little shiesty. This is actually a solid level. I like this level. I like this. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that. Bro, I just dropped the blind jumps. Me gusta. Me gusta for sure. That level needs a deco. That one was fire, I'm not gonna lie to you. That one was fire. Oh. This is so hard. See you later, random. Funny how the guy called count to a number says 6-7. Sorville sounds solid. I might do that. Sunshine Lobotomy as well. I'm gonna play both of those. Oh man. Can't get past this today. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be stuck at this for a while. But that's cool. Then I think I feel like I do. The thing that's most memorable about you is that stick figure profile picture. But you gotta remind me where you found me. Was it last stream? I think so. That was 5 days ago. There's a lot of people I pulled up there. To tell you the truth, edit guy, it just looks white. It's so small. There's probably some details in there that I can't even see. The Sakupen Hell warm up, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. To be fair, this is just like what my consistency looks like, right? Like that's just how I play. What's up, Kobe? My guy. Peace to the Saints. Oh, I was cooking right there. There was some decent, like, definitely a moment in here that was like, I mean, yeah, no, there was definitely a moment to clip here that I'm gonna have to, I'll do it because that one's actually really easy. Kobe, somebody had me play Jumper, and Jumper was like, I was playing as the level. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, that just sounds so ridiculous. But that was super funny. And I beat it first try. That was just amazing. I got you, Kobe. You know, the unfortunate thing is that because I switched all of my hard drives around, I didn't get to update my recording folder for OBS. So I'm actually going to have no recording saved for this. So I'm just going to have to download the stream and pull it out for you. It just is what it is. Bro said click and hit the objects. You're right, gang. You're right. It's just that easy. How did that take you 20 minutes then? I don't understand. Just don't die. Right. I got you. Yeah, you know, 720p for a short video ain't really that bad to me. Let's go. I need 7. We're almost at 750. We're so close. This channel's growing so much faster than I expected it to. Now that you called out that we're almost at 750, people are gonna start unsubscribing. But I recommend you do not, because I will find you. Oh man, we're cooking. You know, I've gotten to the point now where I can do this wave section. I just have to like get lucky. Cause I've gotten a lot better at it. I'm able to do every single start position, just not in a row. And not very consistently either. What? See, that's exactly where I died from that one attempt that I did. I managed to make it to that last click right there from the start. It seems like my consistency is rather similar on every section here. This part is so diabolical. This part is so evil, bro. It's so evil. Oh man, this part is hard. Yeah, help me out, Dan. Help me out, Brody. Just see the number drop to 747. That is not what I meant. Oh, random, it will. Trust me, bro. Once my editor starts cooking, oh man, we're gonna have an inflow of videos. I was cooking on that one. 57 deaths. That is not my best. Okay. Ah. Ugh, I started losing it right there. Yeah, we hit 751. Let's go. Let's go. I don't have any music, but let's go. I'm happy with that. We're on our way, fellas. I can tell the people want more dedicated tidal wave streams. That, without a doubt, is just what the people want. Oh, I was cooking. This underrated player just got 10% on tidal wave. I don't have globes, man. I can't do it. Ooh, my fingers. All right, I'm gonna play Transfinite. I got you. I got you. I got you. A little breaky break. Did I spell it wrong? And then the answer is no. Though I will say I'm doing a lot. You know, the progress is a lot faster than I thought. It's correct. Now, which one is it? Because your name does not match. The first one? Alright, I got you. So my answer to that, bro, is I might beat it in like... I could probably do it in a few months. Maybe I could do it way faster than that, but... It just depends on how hard I hustle. I'm just very impressed with how fast I'm learning that wave section. So, uh-oh. It's 2-player. Oh, God. Oh, this is weird. What in tarnation? Bro has got the top one right here. We found it. I don't have to build a top one. I found it right here. Oh, this is different right here. I feel like this is a 240 frame perfect. Just a hunch. Hold on, gang. Hold on a second. The song sounds fire, by the way, but this little input right here. All right, nah, I just suck at the game. That's like a 3-frame gap. I just suck. That's it. That's the answer. Please. This is too difficult. I don't even know what to do afterwards. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. Oh my god. Yeah, this is impossible. I do like the way this is decorated though, bro. You're cooking. This is cancer. This is impossible. This is crazy, bro. Dog is cooking the top one. Right. Whatever that means. Yo, Tyler, this is crazy, bro. I'm not capable of doing this. Watch this, though. Damn. Damn. You never know, random. We gotta try it out. Watch, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out. All right, guys, check this out. It did not work. This wave section is just too hard, man. So weird. Sometimes I'm really consistent at that. Other times I just die to it every time. I'm referring to that triple click on the saws. No, Tyler, I'm not gonna do it, bro. I'm not gonna do it. Acheron is a disaster. I may look like I'm good at the game, but I'm only good at the levels that I play. Oh man. Lord have mercy. This level's tough. Alright, random. See you later. Wow. That's so funny. Sometimes you get some attempts like that where you just go really far. Oh my god, that was crazy. Oh lordy lord. I was cooking on that one, bro. It's amazing to me, bro, to be able to do this first wave section. The thing is, if I do get past it, like this section right here is just like, it's infinitely harder. But there's a chance I could fluke it a little bit. Yeah. I need work. But this is cool. This is what it is. This is just like a section that I'm convinced I just have to practice a lot more. It just is what it is. But soon I'll be good enough to be able to do it. The idea is to be able to get to that point where I could just do the whole first wave and then maybe shoot for like a 40% run. But man, that's tough. But I'm in no rush. I get there when I get there. What the fuck? Sorry, Tyler, but I'm not gonna do it, my friend. I'm literally gonna hop off as soon as I do a few more attempts of this. It's bedtime. Ah, man. I so badly want to get to that mini wave. Yeah. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh man. Tidal wave is in fact this extreme demon baby. It is very hard. Alright, I'm gonna do a no clip run for a little bit and then I'm out of here. That was 30 deaths, that was pretty cool. Like 36, I think. $25. Ah, man. $25 again. It's at that point where it's almost not worth it to keep doing no clip runs, I think. As all I have to do is just, like, I'm good enough to do the sections now, I just have to build the consistency. Oh my god, I think I fried that section. Oh, I did that one. 23. It was a little worse. 25 again. Ah. $21. I was cooking on that one. $24. That's pretty good consistency. I'm generally getting within the early mid 20s. This is a bad one. Sorry, we're gonna fluke it. Psych. I'm kind of close, bro. I'm like decently consistent at this. I really wish I could just keep doing this, but it's all right. I should stop. Appreciate you, Tucker. You're the best. You pushing me over the edge. We're getting so close to 1,000. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop it there. This stream was not meant to be a tidal wave stream, but I played it a little bit just because I felt the urge. The real reason behind this stream was because we were building this top one that I'm working on. And you can see the video on my channel if you want to see what it looks like, but I haven't really given much updates to this extension that I'm making for it. So this is something you guys will see later. But at the very least, I can leave you guys with a macro playthrough. And then I'm out of here. It's gonna be an actual playable top one. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Oh, I didn't show you guys this part though. This part is fire. This part is gas. Well, you have this like impossible wave section. Little Michigan tribute. And then the rest. I don't have anything else left. We got work to do. Superman, I might. Yeah, I should. I would be surprised if I don't have something for tomorrow. But yeah, I just got a new editor, so Brody's gonna help out. Yeah, man. I think that's pretty much it. I wanna. Yeah, no, that's it. That's pretty much the game plan. Next time we stream, we'll probably continue creating and end off with some more tidal wave. That's just gonna be the vibe I'm on for a little while. No dedicated streams until I'm a little bit more recovered. I've been doing a lot of boxing, so my hands have been getting messed up. But yeah, I can't play for too long. You feel me, bot? That's the goal. I gotta be able to make the top one and verify it. You feel me? That's the goal. So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna take off. I appreciate you guys. We just got over 760 subs, and you know, you can tell there's more coming. I'll catch y'all later.